Naga People's Front President Dr. Shurhozelie Liezietsu, and we are here to discuss on the big development that has taken place in the political scenario of Nagaland yesterday, with 21 NPF out of 25 NPF legislators and MLA joining the NDPP party. So, sir, can you kindly tell us about this? All of a sudden, this surprise, shocking from your MLAs, NPF MLAs.
Well, yeah, it's a surprise to some certain extent. But the action itself was expected a long time back. Okay. It's a new development. They have done it yesterday only. But it's not, it's not a new development. Some time back, about a year back, I think, they made serious attempt to go away, but that they failed. Then they have decided to join the PDA government to form this opposition-less government. That also they have gone by themselves without consulting the party. Yet, we cannot afford to, create problems. So we have endorsed their move, but we have made our position very clear to them that they're joining the opposition-less government is only on political reasons, not for anything. And that is how we have said that even if they go there, they will not ask any position. Even if they are offered, they will not take any position, because their association with the government is only on political reasons. But in the meantime, one cabinet minister was given, a person was accommodated, party was not given any comment. We were silent. That means we have also agreed to some certain extent. Then, leader of the legislature group was made chairman of the UDA. It's a new arrangement. And so we have agreed to the arrangement. Then I think they made some certain attempt to find fault with the president, but they could not find any fault with the party. Suddenly, they've decided to join NDPP. It's good. We have no regret, because this party belongs to the people of Nagaland. And whoever is a member of this party must be very clear in his mind why he's a member of this party. This is the only party representing the identity of the Naga people. And we are here to defend the regional interest. That doesn't mean that we are against any national party. We are only to protect our culture, we are only to protect our identity, and we are only to protect our faith. And for doing that, we have not gone against any political party. We know our right, we know where we are. I do not know why my MLAs have decided to go away from this party. I have been told that a meeting was called, and suddenly, I'm sure some of them are hijacked. Okay. Yeah. But I think maybe too early for me to talk about it now. Anyway, we don't want to give any comment about yesterday's happening. We want to wait, watch, and then we will give comment only after some time. But even if they go away, that will create confusions equally for NDPP also and for BJP also. I should not say anything on their behalf, but I am sure their joining NDPP yesterday must have created a lot of confusion in both camps. And no one knows how long the honeymoon will last. So we have to wait and watch.
So, sir, now you have only 4 left, with 21 joining the NDPP party. Yesterday, in the official notification by the Nagaland Legislature, Assembly Speaker, it is said like it's a merger. Will you term it as a merger or, join?
Defection. Without party, how can they merge with another political party? So it is defection. Whether they like it or not, people will call it defection. Not me, but people will call it.
Can you tell us more on the 4 MLAs that is left with you? Like how?
4 MLAs, including my son. I will treat them as heroes, political heroes. And I am sure they will take their stand firmly.
So with this yesterday's defection by the 21 MLAs, we see that NPF, like the oldest regional party in Nagaland, will you term it as, how will you say, is it going to be, because election is just at the doorstep, and at this moment, your oldest MLAs also, the old NPF party MLAs, have been with you all this time, and at this very moment they left too. So what do you think the stand of the NPF will remain, with NDPP, another regional party from Nagaland, is on the other side?
Well, I have no comment on that because I have to wait for 2-3 days. Then I have to work out my program. And even if these people go away, yes, I should admit that it is a setback for me for now. But who knows, it may be a blessing in disguise in the long run.
So if MLAs don't come back, as we can see, like money power again in our Nagaland election, or how do you term it as, this going from one party to another party? So can we say in the next coming election, in our Nagaland general election, but which is next year only, so can we expect for new faces, representing an MPF?
Oh yes, many new faces will join me. Many new faces will join me.
Already in the line.
Yes, some of them are there. Even some of them have declared their candidature, like Noklak. Mr. Longong, one of our old friends, he has declared his candidature. So likewise, you will see many new faces in this party.
So, sir, see, when you decided to have an opposition-less government, it was clearly mentioned that is for the Naga early solution for the Naga political issue. Right. So that everyone wants the issue to be settled at the earliest, before the election. In fact, every election, our politicians also say that before election, the issue has to be settled. Right. So just before the Rajya Sabha election, you have also written a letter to Sir T.R. Zeliang, also the UDA chairman, that the MLAs should also, nominate a member for the Rajya Sabha member representing NPF. So is that a rejection of the MLAs, NPF MLAs, for not nominating, in fact, supporting the consensus candidate by NDPP and BJP, showing against your decision making in the NPF party?
You know, Rajya Sabha election, voting is done by MLAs only, not by the public. And Section 10, Part 10, I mean, Section 152, says that the candidate has to be nominated by the MLAs. We have decided to set up Mr. Tenocho as our candidate because without prejudice to the present member, we feel that to represent the Nagas in Rajya Sabha or in Lok Sabha, we have only one member and he will represent the whole state. And therefore, we feel that a person who is well conversant with the Naga political problem should be there to project the right image of Nagaland history to the Indian leaders. And that is how we feel that selection of candidates should be very careful, even including with the knowledge of our MLAs. We have appointed a committee. That committee has set up Mr. Tenocho, and Tenocho has prepared everything. Then there was nobody to nominate him. That's the sad part. I do not blame anybody, but I have to tell the fact that there was nobody to nominate him. So that is how Tenocho could not file his nomination.
So with all those, like rejection or not supporting your advice, or that can be shown, like your MLAs have been having, some differences from the party from before, or that was.
They told me frankly. Some of them told me frankly that that morning their leader was in Guwahati, and from their MLA's WhatsApp, he sent message to his colleagues here that they have to keep their earlier decision. That means they must have decided not to set up candidate earlier. So we have been told that their leader told them not to do anything. So that way they could not come forward. The sad part of it.
Exactly. Because in our last interview we had discussed on this.
Well, I think I have to apologize to the Naga people for not setting up a candidate. But I say that I have apologized for no fault of mine. I still feel that my position is very clear.
So, any chance of having a pre-poll alliance in the next election, general election?
Well, we are in the opposition, and as of today, I have only 4 MLAs. I have to start counting from 1, and then I do not know how many candidates I will get to fill. And so to have an alliance with any other party is not in our mind, because as opposition party, we are not in a position to, bargain with other political parties. And in Nagaland, BJP and NDPP are in alliance. There is no other party. We have some small parties, but we are yet to study all this point.
Any chance of, NPF and NDPP coming together in the next government election?
Well, when my former NPF MLAs have joined NDPP, I don't think there is any chance.
Okay. Having an alliance with, if given a chance in the next election and you come out with flying colors and you are given a chance to have an alliance with BJP, what do you have to say about that?
I cannot comment now, because even as president, I cannot take decision. Some important decision, I have to consult my leaders. So that question, I'll not be able to reply.
Sir, how is your preparation for the coming general election?
Preparation, we reduced to 4. That's the first preparation. And from 4, we'll start counting. So it's very difficult to say now. We are still watching the situation. And we have to watch the situation for a few more days. Then we'll start our arithmetic.
Thank you so much, sir, for being with us. So we have just heard that NPF President has also said that the 21 MLAs joining the NDPP party is a defection and not a merger, as the official notification that has been issued by the Nagaland Legislative Assembly Speaker. And of course, yes, NPF President also has admitted that this is a setback for Naga People's Front Party, because the NPF is left with only 4 MLAs as of now. But yes, the President is hopeful that in the next election, people might get to see new faces in the party, and hopeful that the party will again, regain the strength to fight the coming general election next year, that is 2023. And we have seen the reason how the 21 MLAs having differences with the party also, and anytime they were ready to join other party, defect the NPF and join other party. So that is NPF President Dr. Shurhozelie Liezietsu, who was with us in giving us more details on the big breaking news that we have seen yesterday with his MLAs defecting to NDPP party. With Lorraine Changla, with Kevilele Mehta, this is Lorraine Changla reporting for NLTV, Kohima.